Number one on the call sheet. Something you brought to my attention, which I didn't realize. This is produced by Jamie Foxx and Kevin Hart, and I think that's a really interesting pairing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's not a pairing you expect to hear together, especially when it comes to production. So I thought that that was really interesting that Kevin Hart and Jamie Foxx are producing this project or have produced this project because it comes out soon. So it's done.
Yeah.
It's supposed to show the realities of being black in Hollywood and trying to get your name to be number one on the call sheet.
Yeah.
Is it a myth? Is it not a myth? What does it do for your career?
Mm-hmm.
And that is the premise of the presentation.
Yeah. And a lot of names we love and know, and you got Tessa Thompson, you've got Denzel, you've got Will Smith, you've got a
Idris
long
Elba,
Idris Elba.
Jamie
You've got a
Foxx,
long
Morgan
list
Freeman,
of black
Angela Bassett's in there too,
actors.
right?
Um,
I saw Halle Berry, Angela Bassett,
Ice Cube, Morris Chestnut, Don Cheadle, John Boyega, Daniel Kaluuya, Cynthia Erivo, Martin Lawrence, Eddie Murphy, Michael B. Jordan.
Taraji P. Henson.
Yeah, there's a long list.
Yeah.
Um, I think this is really cool because I want more content like this where we kind of pull the curtain back with black talent. Sometimes we don't, sometimes we get it, it comes out of tragedy a lot of times. Or like someone's biopic that we get many, many years after their career is over or their life is over or whatever have you. I love when we get content like this where these are people who are very much thriving and out in the world and still working, but they're able to speak to their experiences now. So I'm excited to watch this. I like that Kevin Hart, I'm sorry, Kevin Hart and Jamie Foxx are involved. I think that's great. They're not the only. There are two other producers as well. Because I think that there is something having to do with them and their peers. And
Yeah.
I think sometimes that's important depending on what type of story you're trying to tell. And based on what they're saying, they're talking about the triumphs and the pitfalls of being a black actor in Hollywood. So what better way to do
Mhm.
that than with your peers? So I'm really excited to see this. It'll be on Apple. I think it's interesting that it's on Apple. But yeah. So that's my 2 cents.
Yeah, I think it's great that they have a wide variety of actors, old, young, in the middle, um, people who we've known for eons, people who we might just be getting to know. And I think it's great that they're all speaking from their experience. Hey man, they call Morgan Freeman while he's still alive. That's a beautiful thing. Because like you said, we might not have heard this until he passed or we got a biopic or something, and that's a great point. I think this looks really interesting. Um, and I'm curious to see, is it just everyone's experience or is there a story interwoven into
Yeah.
this as well? Um, or is it just, hey, you worked hard to become number one on the call sheet. How did that make you feel? So the trailer does a really good job of showing you like everyone speaking, but I'm curious to see how it comes together. They had some really good sound bites in the trailer. You know, uh, Morgan Freeman said some cool stuff. Angela Bassett said some cool stuff. Taraji P said some cool stuff. Daniel Kaluuya said some cool stuff. And so that's enough. That's enough to make you want to see, But I'm curious to see how this all comes together. So maybe I got to find an Apple Plus subscription somewhere.
I actually have Apple TV.
Oh,
Or
look at that!
Apple
I thought I
Plus
was
or
gonna have
whatever
to
it
get my
is.
Lenny Williams on.
Be careful out there in them streets.
So I was gonna have to go find somebody at the club. You know,
And then
at
it's gonna
Club
end up being
Cobwebs.
yours.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
The one last thing I'll say is Denzel. Denzel wants so badly for us to stop thinking that he cares about movies. Denzel, every chance he gets, lets you know I don't really like movies. Like, I'm in them. I love being in them. But like y'all really want me to like movies and that's not really my thing. He's like, I'm not a movie
He
buff.
said, "I'm good at my job."
Yeah, and he's been telling us for years that the movie buff in his house is his wife and not him.
Right.
And he maintains that wherever he goes and whatever the situation is, he's always like, yeah, that's not I act, but I don't movies. Y'all like movies.
Right. He's like, "I like being in the movies."
Right. He's like, I don't. And what is Hollywood?
Right.
So, that just always makes me laugh because Denzel wants so badly to be just a regular ass man. And and he's not.
No.
But, it's fine.